G'day guys, ZiggyD here. I suggest leaving this video up in the background as you play some video games so you don't have to stare at my ugly mug for 10 minutes. But I've been thinking about making a bit of a talking head video, nothing fancy, just to talk to you guys and let you guys know a little bit about what's coming up on the horizon for ZiggyD, Twitch-wise and YouTube-wise. I think it might be a good idea to do a video like this every month or so, because I get a lot of questions about, you know, what am I going to be covering this upcoming game, or what am I going to be doing these dates, or so on and so forth. And nowadays especially, there's a lot on my plate. There's a lot of sort of things I'm juggling and trying to organize and set times together for. So I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a rundown on what's going to be happening December and in the near future. So, the first big question, obviously, is the new Path of Exile 2.1 League, Talisman League. Am I going to be playing it? Yes, of course I'm going to be playing it. Love me some Path of Exile action. That hasn't changed. I always get the questions when I play another game for a while, like, because I did a bunch of traveling recently, and then like Fallout came out. I was doing some Blade and Soul stuff, and you know, have you quit Path of Exile for life? And yes, the answer is yes. I always dramatically throw a tantrum and quit every game that I stop playing briefly. But no, it would be very difficult for me to quit Path of Exile ever. I'm probably addicted to that game for life. So I will be playing the new league. However, I will be starting properly in the new league about 3 days late. So I may squeeze a little bit of Path of Exile in, so it's basically releasing tomorrow. You guys might watch this video literally on the day that it's releasing. And I might squeeze a little bit in, like a little bit of a stream here, or a couple like skill impression videos or something like that. I may redo some of like my classic builds, like for example, I'm thinking of redoing the Infernal Blow Heavy Metal Marauder for 2.1, because he's going to be glorious in the new patch with the melee splash Infernal Blow buffs. God, that's a bit of a tongue twister. So I probably will try and squeeze some of that in, but I'll be starting like streaming that league and Path of Exile full time. So every day for 6+ hours a day. 3 days in to the league, so I'll be missing the first 3 days. And the reason for that is because of next topic, Blade and Soul. I am doing the next beta period of that. There's a 3-day beta which is starting on the same day as Path of Exile. Unfortunate. So I've been really enjoying this Blade and Soul sponsorship that I've been doing. Excellent sponsorship. I've covered that in previous videos. All very well handled, having a good time with the game, enjoying making those promotional videos and such. So I already gave my word that I would be streaming this next upcoming beta, and that was before the dates of the new Path of Exile League were released. So I'm a man of my word, and I will not go back on my word. So I will be continuing with the original plan of doing that Blade and Soul 3-day beta. It's going to be good. You guys who have been enjoying that game will be able to come tune in for some more PvP action. I find the PvP in that game to be super addictive, as well as putting out another 2 videos for that as well. And I have another video to put up from the last beta too. So that'll be 3 days, as I said. So that's kind of the first priority, and I'll squeeze in a little bit of Path of Exile if I can. But once that's done, I'll be pretty much full-time Path of Exile for the near future, for at least, I don't know, several weeks to a month plus, possibly. You know, as is tradition with any new Path of Exile leagues. Long-term on the horizon for Path of Exile, of course, we do have the Ascendancy expansion. I'll be clearing my schedule for that as best as possible. So given the dates, that should work out pretty well. We have a pretty good lead time on this, 3-4 months from now it's basically going to be. So I'll be doing tons and tons of really in-depth Path of Exile coverage for the Ascendancy expansion. You guys can be sure of that. Hopefully should have some pretty cool content for that in the lead up to it as well. And of course when it actually drops, I'll be streaming the crap out of that game. Maybe even with some 24-hour streams, maybe. Well, probably one. Can't really do more than one 24-hour stream every couple months. It's pretty brutal. I tend to get destroyed by them. So that's kind of the near horizon for that. There is going to be another Blade and Soul closed beta. Let me check the date on that one for you guys. That will be the 18th to the 21st. So I will be squeezing in 3 days of Blade and Soul stream and another 2 videos then, and that will conclude my Blade and Soul sponsorship, as well as for those 3 betas, the long beta and the 2 3-day betas, and that'll be it for the Blade and Soul stuff until launch potentially. But that's it for the actual sponsorship side of things, which has been going very nicely. I enjoyed the first week of that. So the other thing is Devilian. Devilian released today. Some of you guys may have caught some of my streams. I just put up a Devilian video just now. That game I kind of like. Like it's kind of fun. it's not a particularly great game. Like it's not going to blow you away in any regards. It has pretty good combat, even by action RPG standards, is the quote I like to say. And it's got a very typical MMO setting with some nice enhancements that have been brought over from the action RPG genre. And it doesn't take priority over Path of Exile or Diablo or Blade and Soul or anything like that, right? Like it doesn't take priority over any of those. But it's definitely a game that I want to play still, like in the gaps. It's like the Grout of gaming for me at the moment. I'm going to be using Devilian to plug the gaps, essentially. So I will be... I've done a little bit of Devilian for here, but they obviously picked the worst time to launch with that, considering there's a new Path of Exile League starting the day after they launched. But sorry, Trials. That it's not going to work out so well for most of us. But I'll probably come back to Devilian at some point and stream some more of that, make some more Devilian videos maybe here and there. As I said, that can be the grout of my channel for a while, filling the gaps between the tiles of the other games. Fallout 4 is the other one. Fallout 4 coverage will be slowing down for the near future with Blade and Soul and Path of Exile going on. That will be taking a bit of a back seat. I will be continuing and uploading all of the permadeath series if you guys have been enjoying that. Otherwise, I probably won't be able to stream Fallout for quite some time, but next year, the Garden of Eden Creation Kit will be releasing. We'll start to see some really good mods then. I'll probably come back and stream some more of it then. I'll probably still squeeze a few Fallout videos in here and there in addition to the permadeath series, but for now, it's mostly going to be the permadeath series because I already have all that ready to go. And kind of like at the same time as I'm doing the other games. So, I think that's just about it. Wait, no, one more thing. Coming up soon is Tom Clancy's The Division. The Division. I'm pretty excited for this game, guys. I feel like it's either going to be immensely terrible, or it's going to be a Destiny, as in not very good, potential in some ways, like, but super addictive and something that I'll end up playing a ton of. I love loot and shoot games. I'm kind of desperate for loot and shoot games. If Destiny was on PC, I would have played the crap out of that. I love Borderlands. I enjoyed Fallout recently. It's got some new loot kind of stuff going off in it too. So really looking forward to The Division. I will be doing some coverage of that, and I may have some things that I can do early on in January for that game as well in the lead up to launch. So keep an eye out for some Division stuff if you guys are hyped for that, because there will be some of that on my channel, and I'll most likely be streaming that at launch as well. So guys, if you have any questions or suggestions of games that I should be looking out for over in the next couple months, December is pretty full already, so if anything's releasing in December, it's going to be a little hard for me to work it into the schedule. We've got a full plate, but I mean, you know, send me your suggestions anyway, and I'll see if I can work them in for a little bit after that, maybe. Maybe in January is looking a little more open. But I'll tell you what, though, this is the best way to be, isn't it, right? Having way too many games. It's a good problem to have. And the plate is quite full at the moment, and I am going to gorge myself until fat. So, guys, let me know what you think. That's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.